And go to here. And go to here. Get the chat going. And we are ready to go. Hello, Albion Online. There you go. Promote it. Currently streaming. Oh, that was an interesting thing it did then. I've never seen that before. I'm just going to have to do that. Interesting little quirk. Might have to do a video on that. Okay, well, our quest for tier 7 stone continues. We made 400k just then. Nice little trip. So we're averaging about 1 to 2 mil a day, so not the most efficient way to make money, but I enjoy doing it because I'm a little bit ADHD and like to do many things at once. So I suppose we can start by throwing this in a random chest and tracking it. What are you? Okay. I'm saying about 400k, I might be very wrong. Probably because I added the fishing rod, I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I was way off. 282k, and we'll just keep an eye on that. Okay. I've actually been finding the mists have been pretty good for my little quest. There's Slade. An absolute beast of a PvPer is old Slade. Very happy to get into the wars. Fight into the thick of it. Probably if we'd cost him a bunch of sets he wouldn't be so keen, but he's happy to slum it with us in the red zone. Agents of the Shield. Thanks for asking. Just answering a question in English chat. Right. Ooh, content. What is this? Trash. Even better. We'll just keep gathering everything, to be honest. Just focusing on the tier 7 stone was niggling at me. Ooh. Have people not been gathering? All these nodes are full. What is this madness? Oh, you know it's the weekend. Freaking all the gankers are out in force, probably. It has a great cooling effect on the gatherers in a zone. 5.1, we're not interested. So let's roam. Okay, so clearly they are gathering. They're just after juicier prizes. You can tell a lot by a gatherer's behaviour. Just by what they're targeting and what they're looking for. But it can also be a show of time. So yeah, he's not after tier 4. So this gatherer is... Okay, well that's a full one. Seems to be after tier 6. That seems to be his focus. It is what it is. I didn't like that blue, so we're just starting to move. I'm always a bit sussy on just random blues that ride around. Reason being is that Strange didn't even go for any of the 5-2. Of course, at the end of the day, it's all guesstimation. You can never be quite sure. Creature Breacher has come online, our newest member. I'm very excited about Creature Breacher because he was just recruited by some of the other guildies, and I've given all of our guild recruiter perms to find good eggs out there in the albion community. So he's one of the good eggs that they found. I'm interested to see how he grows. It's possible that this guy's just sporadic, like he only stops and gathers a little bit. Okay, well, we've been here for a bit. We're just going to keep moving on. This is my style of gathering. I don't stay too long in a zone. I keep myself moving and shifting, just not giving people the time to really pin. And I absolutely love finding like a high tier solo dungeon or a mist or something of high tier, just so I can get off the screen for a little bit. Especially in the age of radar hacks, you just really don't want to give certain people too much time of seeing you, because normally here's the thing, they can do radar hacks, but they can make it look like it had never been so. The best hackers are the ones you can't detect. We only catch the silly ones. So, and I've had some weird stuff happen. I once got murked into the ground by a player who had like a really normal name, like John, and he like chased me down, like just running normally, and I was on a horse, and then he just starts spamming E on my head over and over and over again. And he was a curse staff, one-handed, and so there was no amount of defensives I could pop, and I was like, oh, this isn't good. This is not good. Definitely focus on this ascended mob. He can do a lot of damage in a short period of time. Especially these guys they have a bleed. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, I don't want it if I'm going to be pulled into constantly dealing with everyone else's aggro. Fuck that shit. I don't like being dismounted, that's a big thing. I always like to keep moving. And I don't like that either. Fuck off. The aggro range on those ore bosses the ore mobs is way too large. FYI, I assume SBI devs are very closely watching everything I do, because I am him. There we go, Hakan. Red just off screen. Huh. How about that, Hakan? Who's this? Yeah, that's a naked scout. See if it actually translates across. I'll do it on the other side just because Hakan's right there. Yeah, no. Bugger. Oh well, he gets away with it today. I suppose we have a recording of it. We do have a comment, so we will know who it is if the gankers on this side actually start spiking. Not necessarily. Again, you're making educated guesses. But if you err on the side of caution, what I call shield doctrine, you end up not losing as many gear sets. However, you do sometimes miss the golden opportunities for the big loot, which is something a lot of players cannot stand. They're always chasing glory. I'm like, it's a free-to-play MMO. Does it really matter? Oh. Of course, I put my mount right on it. That's fantastic. We'll grab all of it. I always tend to just fill up first, and then I can, you can trash later. Ooh, hello. Hello, Lewis and William. Louis and William. That's, oh no, that's George. Sorry. Louis and William. I got a guild and then my contribution. Boy, the number. Fuck you, brother. No, my t-shirt. Lol. No. Okay, well, I don't know where I've been going. Probably into a wall. It helps if you pay attention to your game while you're playing as well. That's huge, brother. It's huge. Sorry, just 1 second. I can click on that. Maybe we can see what's going on. It's huge, brother. Okay. Oh no, which way? What's this way? I don't remember. Ankle snag Maya. Well now. I do need to get my sickle up. And it turns out my leather. Oh my god, they changed the name. Boom. Seems like we've got some kind of bandit event happening at the moment. I've definitely increased the amount of .1s, 2s and 3s in the red zone. I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. Like, I think I'm nearly max tier 5 gatherer in a lot of things. It tends to be the bulk of what I end up getting. Because it's common enough that you can actually gather it in bulk. While at the same time, come on. Pussy! You don't have the balls to give me a chocolate egg, SPI. Trees in here as well. Ugh, snakes. I hate snakes. Ooh. That's a tier 7, isn't it? Am I right? No, that's tier 6. Silly me. How can I trade my donkey for a horse? You can trade your donkey for a horse at the local market. Because you buy stuff here using the economy. The player-made economy. So every horse you buy, someone bred it. Yeah, we'll take all that. What's that? Did I even look at that? Oh yeah, we'll trash that. That's just my rust instincts kicking in. You never leave stuff in barrels and crates so that the node can respawn faster. So you're tier 6. We don't talk to tier 6. Flat tier 6, oh my god. We're after the sparklies. I will not have this. So I have to do I'm going to do a bunch of videos today, I think. I'm just like, well, I'm going to finish off all the resources because I've got a wood video up. I should break that into its own category. The Albion wiki. If you do watch this stream later on, we do let me know if it is out of date, the information, and then I can make a new video and cash in on all of the crazy views I'm getting. We might get 10 this time, brother. Right. Okay, not too bad. So that's worth about 5k in Caerleon, if you're prepared to take it that way. Ooh, what zone is this? Oh, it's the same as Wire, so we'll grab this one. I've been liking the 6.1s. 6.1 wisps. They've been good to me. I think because they're not high enough to really draw gatherers' attention, a lot of the nodes in them tend to be relatively quiet. We might do a bomb. There was a Craig 2. Holy Knight, 69. What the I think I know that guy. A 20v1. Okay, big packet. We believe you, brother. So my behaviour in the Wisp tends to be very scaredy careful, because the people in here tend to be, if they are here to gank, they tend to at least have like a one-shot build because they're taking advantage of the fact that you're not going to have mates. So it's very to their benefit to get a nice quick one-shot build together. And so it's very rare that if you're anything other than the counter to that, you're going to survive the fray. Now gatherers do fairly well purely based on the fact that their escape gathering build tends to be quite strong here because you haven't got a bunch of gankers on you. But at the end of the day, I have yet to die in the mists, touch wood. Whatever I'm doing seems to be working. I've had a couple of close calls. I had an 8-4 one-handed dagger nearly get me once. I was like, well, that's a great way to die. I think even one of his taps probably would have knocked me off the field pretty quick. Another trick is to actually leave one tick on the node so that people don't know that you're around gathering. Because, there we go. Who's this? How you doing, buddy? Oh, little bolt casters. He's actually gathering with that build. You use Assassin Jacket just to reset the mobs. It's not a bad little bolt casters isn't bad if you because it can do a lot of damage at even a low tier. Just needs to be left alone. So interrupts are really strong against it. But you can counteract that with timing. Like if you can drag out the other person's interrupts before you use your big E, you can do pretty well. We take a 0.3. How much is that single 0.3 worth? 10k, straight up. Nice. The great thing is if you've got premium, you would have gotten like premium procs on that. Possibly. Not always. Is that a... No, that's a green. I need to chill. Getting too excited. You can view your banks by clicking on your portrait. I don't know who he's talking to. I'm just going to use English chat and as my streaming chat until my streaming chat pops off. It was a great... So yeah, they're talking about like how you can access the Citibank now from your personal island, and I think that's such a fantastic addition. Ooh, I reckon that's... yeah, it's a full stack of tier 6, we'll take it. If I don't have to kill it. I nearly always run from any fights. I'm very scaredy cat in the mists. It's probably why I haven't died, to be honest. There's been a few times where I've kind of gone, oh, I don't feel good here, and then I go 2 screens away, and then someone's died where I was. I think I do have a pretty decent intuition, actually. And then watch as I now die. I just want to try, see what fishing here is like. It's quite low tier, I'm not going to care too much about it. Tier 4, yuck. Yeah, no. Never mind. We'll keep that for the Gucci zones. 0.3s, 0.4s. Because then it's worth the risk. Everything is about balancing risk versus reward. Your kind of goal is to always look at your build. So I'm worth about 1.5 million. Take away what I've already gathered, and you want to try and get to that, because that means you can replace your gear if you lose it. So I would say what's really dragging that up is this 7-1. Yeah, that's nearly half a mil by itself. That's 7-1 Infernal Scythe. So you can definitely do it with lower tier Infernal Scythes. But I got this off a body, so technically for me it was free. I killed a man. Yeah, I can't actually fix that post. I'm gonna have to do it again. I'm probably not with that. Fuck, he's gonna like one-shot me if he gets a hit off. Okay, someone else. Was this me? No, it wasn't me. Someone has just oh, I know why they're killing the Panthers. Because there's a chance that a Swiftclaw pup is dropped, which can be worth a lot more money. Oh, hello. Is this the same guy? Bowcasters? Yeah, same dude. Yeah, he's here just killing all the cats. Now he probably couldn't kill me, that's why he's showing absolutely no interest. Maybe if I was low on mobs, which is something, was what we call missed ratting, but basically ratting is where you're not really looking for an equal fight. You're trying to catch them with their pants down, and normally the best way to do that in here, because the mobs hit so hard, is to just wait until they start doing mob pulls. You'll notice that I very rarely will dismount to actually fight mobs, even though it's like a source of might and fame. It's because I've learned the hard way what happens when you're in a zone with high tier mobs. So he's going after the 0.1s. It seems to be only him though. Oh. He's killing a crystal spider. Oh, he's on a goat. He's resetting the mob. Pretending to mount up? No, he's fully mounting up. Let's have a look at him. Ooh, 1400 IP. No. Can't get away from him if I wanted to run away. 1400 IP, quarterstaff. Okay, buddy. That's a spicy meatball. That is a spicy meatball. Honestly, not finding too much in here. Maybe if I was trying a little harder. So we will head out. It was that simple. We got some leather, we got some skins. I don't need to overstay my welcome. Again, I have this kind of like timer in my head. Have I been in a place too long? And so I don't like staying in anywhere too long. That's just a habit that I've built up. And I do tend to have gear that lasts a while. I'm not saying that I don't die, I die all the time, but there seems to be, bugger, seems to be a winning behaviour. Yeah, why not? Back at it again. Oh, that was... Oh, what? What is that worth? Oh, about 50k. Oh, cool. God damn, that's a sign. Gotta speak to the Albion gods. I nearly said Rust gods. God, I love the Infernal Scythe. I have a 0.4 Clarent that's like crazy damage. I got all. It's an ascended 0.4 Clarent, but the Infernal Scythe just outperforms it every single way. Well, in the Clarent's defense, the Infernal Scythe is built for these kinds of dungeons. It's a very good dungeon weapon. Let me have a look at the sprint. Sprint's on cooldown, so yeah, this is probably the best I can do as a speed clear. Sometimes it be what it be. God, this has been a pretty cruisy dungeon so far. Let it be, let it be. So this particular skill set is both a combination of retaliate, so it's reflecting damage, and it's also healing you. And this is just one of the little buffs. It means that it's not a bad idea to stand in damage. Like so. Because you can always heal up from it. And if you don't like it, there's another one in here. Crazy. I actually prefer cooldown, so... Also, I hate leaving shrines behind me, just in case I got dove. Diving is when a player comes in behind you and tries to kill you all alone. Oh my god. Maybe I should have had the self-heal. Should have kept it. But yeah, if you leave shrines behind you and they can use that shrine, it means they'll be fighting with someone with like crazy self-heal and reflect. So you don't want a diver to come in behind you and find a shrine. That's a fuck no. Actually, I've got a big meeting with the guild tomorrow. I should probably oh, we'll do some things. Okay, 8.2 demon hull. I set myself up for disappointment just then. God, I hate these crossbowmen. Just stay in my damage. It's like they don't want to die or something. Don't do what I do. I'm just using my points. I am a very OG character, this Stormlord character, so I don't care where the points go so much, but if you're getting learning points, it's probably best to leave it to your gathering. And in a show of how little I look at my Destiny board now, yeah, it's this one. No, it's not. This is crafting, so it should be over the other side. Am I going mad? What's this? Tracker. Yeah, no. I don't do any tracking, clearly. I tried tracking. I don't like the fact that it's like a moving kind of mob, and you have to be in PvE gear to do the mob quickly. I didn't like that, especially in lethal zones. It's pretty much asking to get jumped. Oh, my eyes. I've got something in my eyes. Probably a bit of frickin' bark. That's all good. Well, yeah. Sometimes it's not even really worth killing these guys, but, you know. Fame gained. So we'll get a little bit more fame from it. A little bit of mana. That was the worst time to press that one, because now I'm getting no recharge from it. FYI, with that W skill, the Raging Blades, you do need to give yourself a little bit of distance with it. It used to not be a problem, but then they've changed it. But you want those axes to hit him now. And then when you got no skills, just prop your cooldown boots, and it'll start opening it up again. There we go. We still got an omelette active? Let's eat an omelette again. I'm not wasting my E on you, dude. Right. I'll keep Birkin clear. There we go. That way, we're just keeping ourselves out there. It has a suppressing effect on the gankers if they know that I'm still doing AOS reports. There we go. Oh, we got another green one. If you get a fully red one, that's double damage. The double D. The double D, double D, double D, and double D. Yep. For that, you get a fully, you lucky bugger. This one has a, this demon mob has, don't be in that. Big boom. Ride with me, ride with me. Ah, this is the end boss. This was a short dungeon. There we are, floor 2. Ride with me. Now, definitely solo dungeons are not really the optimum for fame generation or loot, but the reason why I do them is because I'm out here. And you know, the best thing for fame is to be actually out there faming, rather than sitting in a town waiting for a group for the optimum sort of stuff. And you know, I come around, I take all my tools with me. I don't recommend running in tools this high though in the red zones. It's a great way to lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. How we doing, boys? I might as well bring you over here. Keep howling. It ain't gonna save you. Level 40 on Infernal Scythe. My Stormlord's an absolute mess of an account though. FYI. So we're going to wait for her to proc a skill again before we use our mana shield. This is a good time to do it because he's smacking me hard. Beautiful. Dance with demons, that's what you get. Okay. So $1 billion silver, easy money, do a short. Oh, this isn't too bad. If you get an actual item in the chest, that's actually pretty good. We're not mad at that. So that one's probably worth more. No, it's not. Interesting. In this economy. So we're not too mad at this. Well, 68%, so that normally means we start drifting back. So we can drop it off. A lot of people don't like the swamp biomes because of the sound, the squelching. I find that very funny because that will have like little things like that can have a direct impact on how people behave with a zone. Because it like decides the city that they pick. Actually, it might not be a bad idea to... What's that? Flat 6. I don't like... She'll probably pull the crossbowman as well. Yeah. I think the ascended mobs must have a larger aggro range. Just based on what I saw there. So if we do get a chocolate eggs, this one, we are going to pop it. Because why the hell not? And while we're here, actually, we'll get a bunch of wood fame by using it. Fuck off, brother. There's no way. We're just gonna have to... Oh shit, don't have all the skills. Come over here. You know those scenes in Bugs Bunny cartoons where they get into a bush and you just see us beating up? Okay, Well, so yeah, you see up there we're getting a plus 15%, so it might not be a terrible idea to just leave me chipping away at this, because then that'll speed up my tier 6 wood gathering a little bit quicker. I think it equates to a +1 fame, but we'll take it. Yes, sir. Hello, mobility. Moving along. Now, I tend to, as soon as I see anyone really like stop by or look by, there's always the chance that the gatherers are actually running with a ganker. So it's not a terrible idea to just leave that there. At 10. We got a bunch of it. Okay, here's where I die. No, I don't. Whoa. Yeah. Fucking hey. Yeah, that's why you move. Just as though he was off screen and he heard me. It's not, maybe not these guys, but he heard me chipping away at it off screen. God, that woke me up. One-handed axe. That was an interesting choice of gank weapon, unless he wasn't actually originally planning to gank. What do we got in here? So, this one has Philos Roast Corpse, which is nice and close. So we might head that way. Why not? This system, like the way these roads are set up in around Kellyon's actually a really strong transporting trick as well, because you risk it, there's no doubt, and gankers do really like to use these roads. I call them Gankers Paradise. But you can get to your... Most people are trying to get to Kellyon, so you can get to Kellyon really nice and quick, like I'm doing right now. And once I get to close to the gate, I think I'm fine, but I'll just give you a bit of a warning as well. So you bring up your map and you'll see that Roast Corpse has full charges, but if you saw like any of these roads, 7, so this road's looking relatively, 6-1 stone. We won't worry about it. It's tier 7 roads. Sorry, it's royal roads. And here we are, less than a zone away. Nice and quick. But yeah, I don't really. I think I hanged around an ankle snag just a little too long. Birkin. Sorry, it's not Birkin. It's Roast. Yeah, we're at 1 again. But yeah, ganking in the red zones can be a bit of a jump scare if you're not used to it. If that had been a bear paws, I would have been dismounted, 100%. Because I saw it was an axe, I thought it was a bear paws. Always not a terrible idea to avoid main roads or any chokes, just because gankers don't mind doing it. It doesn't mean that they won't find other spots, but if I'm not seeing scouts along this way, I'm not too worried. I think I am going to be fine. Neck minute. Ooh, so fine, in fact. I'm going to grab this, because we do that. We do that here. What are you? Common? So we're about 84%. Normally I try to get closer to the late 90s, but that Avalonian road sped us up a bit. And I'd rather get it home. We'll add it to our current stockpile for today. We're at about 300k question mark. So far, which is not terrible. And I believe it is this chest here. Yeah, we're at 286k. If we'd put that chocolate egg in, it would definitely have been a bit of a boost. So throwing this all in here. Brings us to 500,000. And by the end of the day, I'll tend to have, 1 to 2 million there. And if you think about that, that means no matter what happens, I'm doing what I enjoy doing, but I'm reaching premium as well. If I was to then keep on top of that and sell it. What am I feeling? Did I get spooked then? I'm getting the feeling that I'm like changing my playstyle just based on the fact I nearly got jumped. I think what we will do is let's find something with the spirit of the Infernal Scythe. I honestly think not a bad alternative. Which reminds me, do we have the 5-2, the 6-2, sorry? Yeah, there it is, the 6-2 blazing. But that's probably... yeah, it's even more expensive. Never mind. So this one's nice and cheap. Oh, it's 300k for a tier 6 blazing. What that mug? Never mind. Let's go have a look. Let's find a cheaper weapon. Let's bring this whole build down. And let's see if we can match it. Oh, I do love the halberd. Halberd's not a good weapon at the moment, but there's just something about applying full stacks of bleed on everyone in the group I really love because it's a great anti-heal. A lot of people go on about the Great Axe, and a tier 7 is 160, that's the equivalent, but it's like 50k cheaper. So we can spin to win. We'll put this blazing back. And that has brought my build down to just over a mil. So what would be the next thing? I have a feeling it might be you. Yeah. So we can bring that down to a 6-1. Something else is ticking. Probably the 7-1 mercenary shoes, 147k. We get the same effect for that. Yeah, we're dropping quick. This demon cape's probably a massive... what are we using? Great Axe. Get the double swipe, that brings that down even further. Yeah, you just see that we're starting to really bring a lot of stuff down. Now these three are just going to be problematic, no matter what you do. So when they're gone, they're gone. Which reminds me, I have to get Ranger to... I might put a buy order with Ranger because he can make tier 7 tools. May as well supply them in bulk. Okay. I don't really like the Great Axe, but we will use it. With the Keleon Cape, it means we can double Q. The spit running, maybe even every 4 auto attacks. Damage resistances. Yeah, it's probably fine. Not a terrible idea to use multiple and different weapons if you're a mid to late game player as well, just to keep it interesting. Another big expensive thing that I could probably drop is we could probably bring that... yeah, we would save a bunch of money if we switched to a Swift Claw. So let's just see if we can bring this build down to an more affordable... affordable rate. I do think that ganker made me jump, because I'm now like, let's just have a look at the build being a little bit cheaper. I've been getting cocky. I can feel it. When I haven't died in a while, I start to get very brave. Too brave. Because Albion, no matter how hard you try, they will eventually find you. Boom. So we've now brought the build down to 0.5 mil, when before it was 1.5. So we've just taken 1 mil off that build. It means that we can sell. It also means, just based on that alone, we've nearly covered our set. Oh, wrong one. So yeah, 554, 534. Oh, never mind, I forgot. I was only counting the bid. So we could cover our set, but not the tools. Or we could replace the tools, but not the set. But that's all good. The thing is that these tools have gone out probably about a dozen times and have gathered millions. So they've paid themselves off many times over. Excuse the knuckle cracking. Bad habit. Bad habits I know. Let's head back into Wire. The beginning and end of all things. Well, hello there. Roast, Wire 3. I'm actually going to AOS redo this because it has some sort of glitch in it. 3 in Wire. Never mind, they're dying. Code, we'll give it a yellow because I don't know what they're up to yet. Currently streaming on the YouTubes. There we go. That's a new one. I can alter it and edit as I like. Oh, we got stone. Tier 6. We still have the egg active. It's about halfway, so we've got about 15 minutes left on it. It's not a terrible idea to go tap away at this for a bit. Someone's already been tapping at it. El Bastardo. We'll get rid of it. Actually, you know what? I'll keep 1 tick. Too slow, Lopez? Yeah, what? You're messing with the spin to win king. I was using double bladed when it wasn't cool. Oh, there's 3 tier 6 skin just lying around? What is everyone doing? I feel like that that grandmother is like, you can use everything of them. What are you doing? Ooh. Boom. We call that money. I do go for the 5-1 just because I get extra gather bonus a lot of the time, as you can see. But yeah, if you continue to play this way, not only are you around for PvP content if that's what you're after, because you're out in the open world just looking, I just had a thought. That's actually maybe even a cool idea. But I'm not going to share it. So yeah, so if you keep going along this way, you can have your fun by finding PvP content, stuff like that. You're nice and close to the city, so you can drop all of your tools off if you need to when a fight's starting to kick off. Because normally there's a bit of a quiet before the storm, before they before the fight actually kicks off, because both sides are trying to like pick when's the best time. So you've got a little bit of time to just run back very quickly. Run back very quickly and just drop your gear off. Ooh, never mind. Oh yeah, that's actually a really good one. Well, helps if you gather it all. Okay, why you're not gathering, I don't know. I don't think I pressed shift down properly. But yeah, I'd say tier 5 tends to be my bread and butter, just because I can gather it so quickly, and even without premium, I'm getting those gathering bonus ticks quite routinely. What do we got here? A dead body. A Manu suit. I do like having trash on my body as well, because it makes the gankers cry when they see it. What was the tier 7 thing? Ooh! Oh no! I'm being chased by Pot. Those guys were dismounted and ready to go as well. Crazy. Crazy. Being chased down by marijuana. What will I ever do? Not go that way. Tends to be the best thing. They're waiting on that tree. The bastards. They knew. It's almost as if they gather themselves. Can you please just gather things? Well, they've made a mistake because an egg chest is up. That normally means a bunch of board blues are on their way. Apparently there's like whole Discords, whole stream snipers out there. That's crazy. I understand why they do it. It's a way of getting senpai's attention, even if that attention is hate. I get it. Be so funny after I just talk so much crap about marijuana the last couple of weeks to be ganked by a guy called Marijuana. That would be some funny shit. It's a shame I was paying too much attention there. The meme would have been worth it. Death by Rose, Order of Osprey, how you doing, buddy? I'll leave him to go forth and prosper. It's a steady fall, so we're going to go sit back on the gate and I'm going to go get these guys killed. Murdered. And if I can get there quick enough. Yeah, they're all good. Oh, never mind. No, that is the Reds killing each other. That is weird. However... Oh, it's still doing it. Ah, a new glitch. Glitch in the Matrix. So now I can't change the bloody... Oh, you can. It just changes the thing. Boom. Code. Oh. Well, they're definitely ganking. We know that much, so we're going to throw code red. We figured it out. We doth figured it out, boys. Who's this? Midnight Sky from the guild Decent Look. Tier 4? What? Oh. And we know for a fact these boys are looking to kill. Good time to find bring my set down by about 1 million. I'm still a pretty decent kill though. They wouldn't be mad killing me. But this is very much a case of do as I say, not as I do. Because it really does, like I've got skins worth over 1 billion. So I have a lot of resources to fall back upon, and this is just not your reality. So, is what it is. Now you can relax a little bit once you know where they're ganking, but never rely on that. Because they are always moving, there's always blue scouts running around as well. That's why I suspected those two in ankle snag were, but the truth of the matter is that it was highly likely someone saw me in the corner of their screen, dropped off the screen a little bit, and then just flagged up off screen, which is something that happens quite regularly. Yeah, we'll grab this and then we'll go. Taylor says hi. Hello, Taylor. How you doing, buddy? Let's have a little sniff around. Oh, we take that. Oh, I double-clicked my E because I thought it was the Infernal Scythe. Don't do that. I just lost all of my E damage. You're gonna bugger off. Just gonna switch some skills. Let's say that'd be my PvP skill. We can switch back to this. I'm already at 82%. What did I gather that was? Oh, it's all the treasures. So we're gonna put that on. Just pre-game that. Tinafay, Stormy, it was 1 gold, so you're not missing out on much, and I think it's still there. You just gotta go find it. Or, I'm assuming Taylor is Tinafay. Oh no, I think it's something else. There's another guy called Stormy in the English chat right now. So if we doth progress, we're looking for... I thought that was an elite mob. I might actually just kill this guy. I just want to see like what's the kind of fame ratio anymore. Okay, not a huge fan of how long this is taking. I missed my Infernal Scythe already. Ooh, 20k fame. The fuck? We take that. And call that a win. And these guys would be even more. However, he was tanky. He's a tanky little blighter. I'd probably kill him if I had a higher DPS weapon. Maybe even bolt casters. Now that I think about it, bowcasters could be completely flagark and cracked. How are we looking in here? Ooh. Okay. I think we're going to kill you first. I don't know if I actually can kill you. Ah, especially when I do that. These are elite mobs. They take a lot of damage. I keep fucking dumb thumbing the I kinda need to. I just kinda need to, guys. Let's try and kill this guy. Let's see if we can get him separate. Now the tier 7 is going to be a lot harder, so if I struggle with the tier 6... Yeah, he's just tapping me down. Yeah, we just haven't got the raw damage to bring him down. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh shit, invis. Yeah, we're gonna have to reset. They're a little too strong for me, unfortunately. Can do a bit of this though. One of the downsides to making your build cheaper is you just don't have the tankiness to deal with some of the mobs. I would very much like to come back and do that though, but unfortunately I am streaming, so I don't really go to where I can be predicted. This is going to be a good one, maybe a tier 5, tier 6. Ooh, White Fog Snapper. Well, this is another good one. That's a tier 6. Another tier 6? How much are those 2 fish worth? We got 3 fish. Yeah, not really that much. You really want these more of these kinds of things? Because even though it's a tier 3, it's still worth about 2k. The rarer versions of the fish. Honestly, it was nearly worth it just for the 20k fame on that one mob. It's hanging around. It's a shame about that stone node though. That would have been great. Who have I got online at the moment? 4 online, we got a Drag, XRP, and Theo. Would have been nice. Yeah, we're not going to have much luck in this zone, unfortunately. So we're going to roll back. Yeah, chocolate egg's faded. Oh wow, that mob would have been really good with that chocolate egg. 15% of 20,000 would be 1,500 for extra fame. Or did I just make that up? No, it'd be 2,000 fame? Extra fame? So you can't be mad at that. Probably a decent fame run, just like clearing out those roads of all the Avalonian mobs. open world. I don't like the Great Axe. And we are back in wire, which is nice. Oh god, that annoys me. It's always something. Boom, boom. Wouldn't it be nice? That's a bored PvPer if I ever saw him. Clearly a bunch of them are looking for the gankers right now. Blue Swarm. Might be time to run. Okay, red's dying. Oh, I know what they are. They're after the chest. These are chest boys. Doesn't mean you're not dealing with multiple small like duos and stuff. Might grab this. I don't know why. Why I be like that? Oh Jesus! The reds are frothing, murdering all the blues. Ooh, nice. I've actually got a decent amount of tier 6 things on us at the moment, or am I just tripping? Yeah, we got 2. Just chill. Getting excited. What is this? Who is that? What are you doing? What be you? Ooh, 0.4. That's a good ass dungeon. A little rough. Oh. Yes? Question mark? Yes. Question mark. Not question mark. Exclamation mark. Oh, hello. Boom, boom. Ooh. Not the greatest of the .3s, but we love to see a full tick of it. If you can get yourself up to tier 8 stone blocks, you can make a lot of money. Little tip. Ooh. How much are they worth? Surely they're starting to go up in price as people lose interest. They are. That's gone up another 10k. Oh boy, you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Da, 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 da. Did I just double click my E again? I don't deserve nice things. I might need to go back to my frickin' Infernal Scythe or buy a cheaper one. Oh, well, this might be a full tick as well. Are we making money? No, we're not. Always good to keep your mount nice and close to you as well. If you hear a sprinting sound, just jump up just in case. Because you could be getting jumped. Jump, 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 jumped. I'm getting run. Good. Okay. I'm one of the reds in wire. Oh, that's unfortunate. Six, 3. We take that. Oh, did we just get our gather bonus? My god. My god. Ooh, another one. We be making money. I think Theo's trying me. We don't flag in the AOS. Okay, no problem. Let me see if I can find Death. Death by Rose. And we'll just let him know. I'll have to do it later. You get the guild chat. Okay, probably should not be sitting in the middle of a red zone having a discussion. Ooh, lots of dead bodies. Oh, that's frayed leather? What is people doing? Who is this? Jerry? You wouldn't be a bored PvPer, would you? Trying to lure me into that camp. I would kill these wolves, but I'm at 90%. And he's right there. Ooh, no, I did half. I can get this pretty quick. I'm gonna go sell these 2 chocolate eggs. Sooner the better as well, because they've got a time limit on them. About 98%, so we've filled up. Ooh, nearly as good, but we take it. Will I get jumped by this bear? Place your bets? No. Ooh. Do we dare it? Yes, we do. That was a clean takedown. Full ticks. It's the guild tag, so Okay, so we're going to drop the trash, and that's probably going to throw me under. Can I keep the tier 7? Shame. God damn it. I'll throw that out. There we go. So we're nice and clean now. God damn it. I can't help myself. Okay, we're going to be slow walking. This is where we die, guys. It's where we get jumped. Because I refuse. I will be keeping this 4.1. Come on. We can do it. There's nothing funnier than riding past a red overweight. Because they're like, the hell have you got? So that was only Go drop this off and we'll see how we go. Ooh. Probably not as well as the last couple of times, but... Oh, we did get a lot of treasures. I have a feeling we did alright this trip. So, our ground total, after dropping this off, the little eggs sell quite well. Oh, we can't actually fill it. So we have 867k in there. Let's see if we can... Okay. And then another... So it's 867 plus 1. That puts it around 9, so we're nearly at the mill, which is kind of our goal and objective. Didn't really take us that long. Okay, I don't like the great axe. So let me see if I can find something that scratches the itch. No, at the end of the day, the great axe is fine. It's not that, it's that I've lowered my IP. So the things are hitting harder. Bolt casters could be interesting. I actually do want to try bolt casters. I don't know if we've got any bolt casters. But yeah, I definitely see why the gatherers are using it. Bows, crossbows. Oh, we got tier 6. Yeah, we got tier 6 bowcasters. Nice. Ears on for life. Okay, cool. What are we doing? Gathering yield and meat pie works. I'm not sure. I'd assume yes. Test. What do we get? Oh my god. It's all gathering. Rightio, back to wire. Yes. Doesn't matter if we get that, we'll get the 5-1 anyway. Okay. Well, now I don't need to get you. What did I say? Your torps. We'll kill it. I like this particular pool of mobs. Because you can just... Oh, fuck. Now I don't. I thought I was the great axe. Yeah, this is a great single target. So what you would probably use the bowcasters for is, say, a mob like this. And then you just move. And then you do it again. And there you go, easy 10k fame. We're going to wait the 5 seconds and we're going to hit this chest. Boom. Easy money, brother. Yeah, I like it. I like bowcasters for gathering. Especially with this Thundershot combo. Good catch, little random blue in the mists. Now we're going to move. Oh, shit. That scared the crap out of me. That was a conditional to the south of us. Yeah. It's really good for taking down ascended mobs, now that I think about it. Do. Do 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 do. Na, 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 na. Ah, so quick it doesn't get to get its skill off. Very good, I like that quite a lot. And get him as well if we want it, within a skill lock. What I mean is a combo, me and my English. This is why I put so much stuff through DeepSeek. I say things weird. I like that a lot. This is just a flat 6. I don't even think I've got that much spec in crossbows. I like this as a gathering tool a lot. 6 seconds, and I could do it again on this wolf. Can we get to it before? Yep, they can't proc a skill. I like that. Means you don't have to like walk around. Kinda want the bear more than I want the... God damn it. This dude's running around on him. I want to gank him. Run on the elite bear. He's not gonna be doing that much. Okay. The flat 6 boltcast is probably cheaper than that 6-1 great axe as well. Let me have a look at the build. Yeah, we brought it down by another 50k. Love that so much. You combine that with the assassin jacket, you can pick your target and then just like leave, which is really nice. Probably the best place to try this particular thing out. It might not. Oh, normal mobs in Merkworld might be crazy. That's a damaged ox. Oh my. Me oh my. Oh. Check out that stone note, 100%. No, he's rolling. You see me rolling, the hating, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty. This is a tier 7 zone, so you really don't want to be dismounted for too long. Let me just... Oh shit, that scared the shit out of me, my pussy. Wire 3, Merc 3, we're going to call this a code. Code red, because they're very clearly spreading themselves out. along the road so that I don't notice them, and I just keep calling out a code yellow. Yeah, these guys are clearly, the way they keep, like the number keeps flicking up and down, means they're looking. And 9 times out of 10, in Merkworld, they're at the southeast gate. Not 9 times out of 10, I'd say 6 times out of 10. They're more often than not. Doesn't matter, we've already made our money back. Please tell me you're not... Please tell me you're not gathering on a grizzly bear, Dixandra? My god. The only thing I can think of is that the gankers are their guild. It's the only thing I can see making sense right now. Or he's got radar. Radar's a possibility. Can't kill me if I've already seen you. Now you really want to be careful issuing allegations like that without evidence, because it just ends up spamming out the report function. Yeah, this is a steady 3. These guys are actively roaming. See if we can kill them. Like, the bolt casters will definitely kill one, so the question is, which one can I kill first? Running around on... Like, there was an elite bear, and then there was a grizzly. Like, you'd never do that. What's the time? Surely not. During the peak of the server? That guy's nuts. Absolute bonkers. Bonkers. Too deep. My sign of silence. My sign of silence? Kind of silence. I love that song. I'm actually going to listen to that song after the stream, I think. A heavy bass line is my kind of silence. Yeah, that's the lyric. It's like bonkers. Some people think I'm bonkers, but I just think I'm free. No, there's nothing crazy about me. I get mine for free. Oh, shit. Before that fucking gatherer gets it. Of course, I have to go in it around an entire mountain. Money. Now, most gatherers would be crying seeing my build because I'm not gathering in gathering gear. And I say that is intentional because they seem to think that gankers don't know what they're doing based on what they're wearing. It's gotten worse because I think most people think that skins can't be turned off in the open world, which is how you can see that I'm looking at everyone and they haven't got skins on, and that's why I do it, because you can take one look at a person and you can see exactly what they're up to. What the? We take them. Loot. You can sell the chocolate. Nothing crazy about me. Ooh. Holy lordy. 6-3. Hacks. Scripted. I think this might be my first ever 6-3. Had one tick, but we'll take it. Skin, I mean. I've gotten 6-3 on others. But yeah, you don't really see 6-3 skins much. Streamer client admitted. Hello, Emma Shea. Yes, I'm a part of a very exclusive group. We share feet pics and get special perks. That's what SBI's into. Every time you log on, you get like a pizza Ubered to you. It's pretty nice. Get on that, Emma Shea. Jesus. What the fuck? Get attacked by Earth Mother. Fucking hell. Oh no, Ray. Oh god. Oh god. They're after that Earth Mother. Earth Daughter, I think it is. This is going to take a while. I've got bad luck with frickin' these trees as well. Bad juju. Nothing crazy about me. Some people play for something. I get mine for free. We're going to just take 10. We're not going to be greedy. We're going to keep ourselves moving. And I'm trapped. This is where I die. You have to be especially... Let's watch this happen. Let's just watch this happen. I don't think they're doing too well. Okay, no, they did it. They got him. She's run. I don't really like there being one in highball, because normally he's right next to that static. Being a royal blighter. Again, Dixon, that is madness. You're a mad lad. But hey, maybe he makes it work. You know? You wouldn't want to... The big thing about bringing such a large carry capacity mount out here is the assumption that you're going to fill him up. So the only thing I could think of is maybe like a bot. And he just like balances the numbers. 5 more seconds and we'll grab this 0.1. What's that? It's a nothing. Emma Shea, I've been using Boltcasters for gathering. It's really good. I saw a little mist rat using it. I was like, oh, that might be a good idea. Been using it ever since. Well, not ever since. I tried Great Axe and got mad. No bonkers. What? What are you doing, Nixus? I just like that. Like, it's nice, quick, bang, bang, I'm done. That's what I like. Bang, bang, thank you, ma'am. But I love my daggers. Yeah, I suppose like one-handed daggers, kind of the same vibe. You know? I probably could have stayed in highball for a little bit longer, but you know, I don't like staying in a zone too long. And I don't like sitting there and stripping the whole zone. I don't think... This just makes me mad. You just see this much just skidding around the place. In their defense, they were only 1 tick each. Well, that's a 2 tick. There is a lot of wolves around here, actually. 4 of them. Yeah. Fortunately, the AOS is out here gathering them all up. But I'm only after the sparklies. On an ox! Oh my god! If you're watching this and you're gathering in the red zone, don't bring an ox. Stag's all right, but ox, elite bear, which was the other guy I saw, or a grizzly if you're gathering on them, dude. Your margins razor thin. Oh. We take that. Watch out. How much we got in 0.3? 150k worth? Now, Night Bloom can be a spicy zone because it's the trade route from Sterling. So you just gotta keep your eyes peeled. You'll see I'm doing like a weird kind of wiggle, like I don't know where I'm going. That's literally to just not be predictable. Pick a random point in the road to cross. Not great that I can see a body right there. And then yeah, you just, if you don't know what you're doing, they don't know what you're doing, and that's the important thing. A lot of them, especially if you're dealing with someone who's a spicy boy, as we call them, allegedly, they already know where you are. They already know what you're doing, and they're like trying to, their main objective, oh no 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 no, is to make sure they are where you're going. I did a bit of Mongolian throat singing then. They're right there. Dum, 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 dum. However, the fact that they didn't jump me perfectly right then is a sign that they're probably not spicy boys. Interesting they picked that door though. Normally you go southwest. I'm actually planning to do a bunch of videos today, Emiche, about the other 4 resources I haven't done yet, where they are and how to find them. So it should be interesting. We're nearly at our stream cap, about 6 minutes. Ooh! Emiche, look. Money. The guides always work. Yeah, but there's always people asking questions. Apparently my my little video did quite well on the wood. I got to witness the greatness. 0.4 mists exist. Yes, yes they do. And that guy's dismounted. They also have people in them. Weirdly enough, more people in the 0.4s, which is based on their rareness. Well, firstly, you've got to expect that A, they are 100% being targeted. There's no way you would go past a 0.4. That's why I think the sweet spot might be 0.1, because it's sometimes just not quite good enough to get you through the door, you know? 0.2 probably has the same kind of disadvantage. Not only that, if you're in here for the resources. No doubt in my mind. So a lot more gatherers will 100% come in here to... That is a weird looking tier 7. It's tier 6. Ah, made their colours brown. Maybe it's just a lighting glitch? What is that? Oh no, it's just a little camp. Maybe there is a creator client where they just all get 0.4. Because it does seem like there's just a larger chance of getting jumped in the 0.4s and 0.3s. But yeah, maybe for the reasons I stated previously is I just want to see the fame, because this boltcaster could actually be incredibly strong in places like this. So we're going to try it with this crossbowman. Yeah, of course you waited. Got 13k fame. Another 15 on top of that. Not bad. The roads might have been better, but then again, it took me a while to actually take down. We're only going to target tier 8 stone, to be honest, in here, because it takes too long. And I'd rather get more bang for my buck like that. Oh. Oh no! There's an 8-2! Fuck. I have 7 pick. I'm so mad. And that one little bit of tier 8 marble is worth 6k. Never mind. It's really worth much more once it's been refined, because you realise how much stone was ground up in order to make it happen. We'll grab 3 ticks of this because that 8.2 ore is making me cry. I know. I know. I'm a terrible person. But think about it this way. 8.2, they would melt out of the shadows to kill me. You know? And 9 times out of 10 they couldn't have gathered it, so they would have gotten that money for free. Such a shame. I am very mad at myself though. I would have tried. I would have risked it for the biscuit. Hello, Boarman. Yeah, see, that Boarman hasn't been around long enough. He's a definite gatherer. I don't know what he's gathering. Maybe he brought in only 1 tool. Dual swords. 8-1. You're gotta be 8-2 8-1s. I'm so mad. Another mysterious stranger to my south. I'm gonna roll out. They see me rolling, they hating, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty. This is why I hate gathering. Like, this is why I'm faming it up as hard as I can in the red zones, just so that this part's quicker. I don't like being on the ground this long. So I'll just grab 1 and I keep going. Very few of them would be coming in here with full set of tier 8 tools. It just wouldn't be financially viable. Plus the chances of you actually finding one of these would be very difficult. Like, I find one maybe once every 2 weeks. 0.4 every 3 weeks. 0.3 is much more often. Well, we got one 7-3 cotton. It's not too bad. But the biggest problem is this noise. because you can hear it off screen. The reason why he's running dual swords is that you can just run for days. That's a 7-1. We take them. Not only that, we can gather these pretty quickly. We're nice and close to the door anyway, so it's worth having a bit of a look-see. Flat 7. That'd be 7 lever. Mists closing. Ooh. 7-1. It's not a terrible time to actually spend like the mist closing time just looking at all the mists, because you might just find another one in here. Or at least something of the equivalent. One person's trash is my treasure. And that's a common. That's a tier 8 cloth. I would if I could. Mademoiselle, that's a 7-2, that's 2 7-2s. We take that. Nice and close to the door as well. And it seems like I'm getting excited, but I spent most of my time in the Royal Continent where there was no tier 7 or tier 8. So seeing like a 7-2 is really exciting to me. I was like, oh my god, I never used to be able to get this. It's the one reason I love the mists as a concept when it came in. As a patch. Kind of thinking of taking down that... Hello. Yeah, no. You've been gathered. Tier 8 stone mob. Fuck it, let's go. Get on this. We'll gather this, and I think that will be it for us. Nice and close to the door. Oh, fuck. We got one tick. And there's a big red mist to the south. We'll just get up. We're not going to gather it for a while yet. I can hear dismounting. Yeah, he's dismounting. He knows I want it. So I'm just going to go off screen and then walk in, dismount it. See if he does something. He's up and moving. No, I'll keep following you around. You're definitely someone I'm interested in. Yeah, he's just seeing if I've got any mates. I shouldn't have mates. It's a single mist. I'll grab one more tick and then that's it. That's me risking it for the biscuit. We're out. Thank you, miss. Your time was pleasant. Made a little bit of money. And I'm out. Yeah, it's always the case. I have a feeling because there's so fewer instances of the 0.4, so the time's allowed to run on them a little bit by the time you get to it. That's a shame. But, you know, it's just galvanized me to getting my tier 8 tools. Tier 8 pick, sorry. It is important. Ooh. Can't hold this many items. What do you mean? There's always room for 0.3. We're actually nearly full anyway. That would be the tier 8 stone. Always worth the risk. You didn't find any freaking 8 3 stone in there. That would have been worth the risk. Risking it for the biscuit. Actually, we're actually quite cheap. It's only the tools that are expensive. Boltcaster's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. I don't know what else you'd take instead. The assassin jacket's huge for what it does. More than anything. Just because it can reset mobs, which means that you're not on the ground so much. Okay. It be like that sometimes. We'll give that... Is that just a normal mob? 0.3. It's a 2 pull. Boltcaster's weakness is the fact that it can only really take out one mob at a time. You could just assassinate one of them and then just go about your life. Press your invis jacket, mount up. Problem with crossbows is they drop a bleed on you. I hate the bleed mechanic. Because especially in the mists, one of them bleeds, that's the amount gone. Especially if you're on like a grey wolf or a swift claw, because they're a little bit squishy. I'm overloaded, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's put a bit of fame into this boltcaster. I'm quite liking it. Also might take away some of my weight. It did not. You're a fool, Harry. Let me start getting rid of the tier 4 tools first. Treasures, I'm sorry. There we go. We can move again. But yeah, we should be seriously considering moving homewards. Now, if you're in a pinch, it is sometimes worth just recalling. I don't do it, just because when you're at 100% weight capacity, it's going to cost a little bit. A little snibble me timbers. That's Australian slang. No, it isn't. I just made it up. However, you could say that about Australian slang, is that a lot of it is just some guy got drunk and slurred, and then we decided to institutionalize it as Australian slang. I think a lot of Australians have dyslexia as well, like ADHD, because they keep like blending concepts and ideas, which a lot of ADHD people do. Because it's kind of like a conceptual dyslexia, which is really good if you're inventive or creative, because you can make new things all the time. But it's not very good if I pressed on a note again, I'm a fool. Have we got any 4-1? Normally that's our next target. So yeah, we got 46-4-1, and that's going to drop us a bit. Yeah, we're down to 92 now, so that gives us some room to play. Now it's all about increasing the value of your bag. It's about getting them stonks. Love it when you don't get on the mount. Surely. Yes. We're not big gathering tier 4 anymore, but we will grab a tier 5. Oh, I don't know, I'm not feeling good about... That's the second time the button hasn't pressed. Very concerning. Heal me. Just gonna wait here for a bit. I'm just grabbing a bubble. Heibel. So yeah, you just wait for your little bubble. This is a good transporting trick as well. If you're a bit worried about punching through a gate, find a nearby dungeon and just wait until you've got that spawn buff, and then it means that when I come out the door, I'll have a pretty long-term bubble that may just help a bunch. Okay, seems like the reds are moving and grooving. I'm just reminded I need to do something after this. Where are we at? Oh, we're nearly hitting 2 and a bit hours. Oh my golly gosh. Let's pull half the forest. The aggro range of those bats needs to stop. you'll find that transporters will try and like go the same path you go, but then slightly off skew, just so that, you know, there's a chance that it's the whole, you only have to be as fast as the slowest person, which tends to be the ox. But the ox also tends to be worth more. Is that 2-7? It was. It was, however, a flat. And that is, by definition, not a sparkly. And I like to hug like cliffs and stuff like that, just to make it a little bit more difficult for them to get line of sight. Years of being a target teaches you some skills. Oh no, that isn't good. You right, Anubis? May have made a mistake. There's the other red. Gret. Not only that, he's pivoted around. Yeah, he's gone back north. There's a whole Kalion blob on their ass. Those reds are in danger. We did alright. I think we've hit our mill, which is really good. That covers our set. Another 0.1 we can throw away. Maybe the flat 6. I don't really care too much for that. Zavich. The problem with Kalion is that Kalion can kill Kalion, so not the most reliable backup. Now the goal now is to just get ourselves back up to 100% before we hit the door. Bob's your uncle, Jill's your aunt. Just have a quick run around. Just fill your bags up before you go in. And we're at 100%. I'd like to thank my family, those who believed and supported in me as I come back overweight in my weight gain journey. And then we'll see how much this is worth. Then we might call the stream then, guys. Thank you, Emma Shea. I didn't die. So just by that metric, we're already up half a mil, nearly a mil just in gear and tools. We haven't died the entire stream, so that's huge. That's the key point. A key metric for success is how many sets you lost making it. And we didn't lose any. Why? Because I am chicken shit. Even that dual swords tier 8, I'm like, no. Gathering gear. No, I don't think I will. I've decided I won't. So we'll throw this in here, and then we'll compare the two chests. We should do alright, because we had some... I only got 3 ticks of that. Okay, never mind. Keep looking. And so this chest has 863k, and that was just from today, and then we also filled this one up. Oh, 863 plus 867 means we're at 1.8 mil? No, 1.7 mil? Am I dumb? Okay, 800, yeah no. 8 is 16. Yeah, so about 1.6, 1.7 mil. And that was in 2.5 hours. And that was just from gathering a bunch of random, not necessarily the most expensive stuff, but because you're gathering all of it, it starts to make money after a while. And if you're doing that, well, within 15 days you've got premium. And that's pretty solid. And then once you've got premium, your ability to make, this is without premium by the way, your ability to make more money off this is going to just escalate beyond crazy. The other thing too is never underestimate the power of being in a guild. That's can be a huge buff. Just having access to veteran players will make you so much money. Not only that, veteran players tend to have a lot of resources to begin with, and so you'll be sitting there going, oh, I really want this 80k thing, and there's normally a player who really wants to train you up so that you can do content with them, who will just straight up give it to you, which saves you a huge amount of time if you're like low tier trying to grind away at that 80 or 120k thing that you want. Because the faster they can get you geared up and rolling, the quicker you can generate your own income, the quicker builds like this, which are worth about $500,000 just alone, become much easier to justify economically. And I never recommend in tier 7 to be running tier 7, tier 8 tools. I would never recommend that. Tier 6 is fine. Not only that, it's probably a bunch cheaper. I actually think I've got a tier 6 set of tools here. 1 second. Bang, 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 and we'll just put these away. So immediately, I have a feeling we saved a bunch of money. Yeah, the inventory is only worth 111k, as opposed before where it was 650k. So that's another $500,000. Just, boom, gone. Off you build. And that can gather most things, however, you would lose a lot of money in the mists and the tier 7 nodes that you find. So I run the tier 8, well, and just be a little bit more scaredy cat. Okay, so that has been the stream, and we will see you in the next one.